Hello, hello, hello! It's the Fat Boy here again. And I promised you last time, yesterday, in the Black Markers of Champions career mode, and now I'm here in the driver career mode around Baku, Azerbaijan. Um, yeah, so as always, I'm gonna show you my fastest lap per session. And this time, this lap, I was 2 tenths up. But if you look at the bottom, right next to the speedometer, if you look on the left, there's a battery symbol and it's 19%, 20% charged now. And the fact is that it gets used up so fast within 2 laps, so I'm not gonna have the power on the straights. As we're heading down the final back straight now, we do have half a lap of fuel now left in tank, and we are almost there to 0%. And look at the top, look at the delta, the green delta. It's slowly dropping, but at least I think we should be half a tenth up. And yes, we are half a tenth. We are now ahead of Mick Schumacher, our teammate. But unfortunately, we are out of Q1. We're in P20. Our rivals in P19, and Mick is in P18. So it doesn't do any good in the rivalry. But we still have 3 races remaining, including this race, so we can turn this rivalry around. And I shall see you for the race in like 3 minutes. Bye bye.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Norris, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Gasly, Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll and Ocon, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and the Black Mamba. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
And as promised, I am back. You wouldn't believe how many times it got me to record my audio recording. It took like 3 times. So it's really unfortunate. Anyway, we underfueled the car by about 0.2, 0.3 laps. And disclaimer, we underfueled the car a bit too much. Okay, spoilers aside, let's head into the race as the 5 lights lit. It's lights out and away we go. We get a bit too much wheel spin as Latifi still stays ahead of us as we go for an overtake down the inside of the Canadian in turn 1. And heading into turn 2, everyone is still bunched up, so we go for a 3-place overtake, but Giovinazzi gets ahead of us with the traction that he has on the Alfa Romeo. And at this rate, Alfa Romeo is still going to stay ahead of us, so heading down into turn 3, George Russell tries to go for a dive bomb down the inside, as you can see from the proximity arrow. And everyone is still single file now. As you can see, there's 1 row of cars around the track. As I'm still trying to get ahead of Giovinazzi, but we all know that the race does not happen on the first lap. We have to be patient, take care of the car. We don't want to crash in the first lap. And now we're heading into lap 2 where we can make some overtakes. And there's a three-way battle happening in front of us between Kimi Raikkonen, Esteban Ocon, if I'm not wrong. I think that's an Alpine, must be Ocon. Yes, and that looks like the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll as well. And for now, Stroll is in P13, Raikkonen P14, Ocon P15. And they're holding us all up, so this gives me a chance to overtake on Giovinazzi. And everything should fall into place, I guess, as we're heading into turn 7. We go for an overtake down the inside of the Italian Jesus, according to the F1 community. That's what they call him. That's Giovinazzi's nickname. And now we're up into P16 now. And now we are heading into the pit window. Giovinazzi overtook us somewhere around lap 4. As we head down into the pits, Giovinazzi brakes checks us, but he has to stay under the pit limit. And when you look at the bottom right, the DRS wing, the rear wing has a failure. And let's hope we get a very good pit stop. And Haas being Haas, we are getting a 3.0 second pit stop. As always, you know, things never change, do they? It is what it is. Trust the process. But anyway, we stay ahead of Russell, but behind Giovinazzi, as we don't get DRS due to that DRS failure heading into the pit entry. And pretty much that's all the action for this lap, I guess. We're just gonna stay behind Giovinazzi for now. And heading into lap 6, everyone is pitting. Latifi is pitting, you can see from the top left. Russell has DRS on us. Schumacher pits to the medium stint, as there's a bit of a love tap going on between the two of us. Heading down turn 1 on the 7th lap of the race. We still have to start conserving fuel as well, so that we don't run out of fuel at the end of the race. And we still don't have DRS at all. Our rear wing is still offline. And heading into lap 8, our rear wing problem has been resolved, or has been dealt with already by the engineers. As Schumacher and Latifi are fighting for the wooden spoon now for 19th place. As Pierre Gasly is out of the session. Probably turn 4, I think, at the runoff area. And yes, you can see yellow flag at the signboard there. And there's Pierre Gasly's car in the runoff areas there. As I said, I think he had a component failure. And now heading into lap 9, we give Latifi a bit of a squeeze, but it just doesn't work. We tried going for the switchback move, but we don't have the traction on the exit. Just to prevent wheel spin, I'm just a bit careful on the throttle. Heading down the final chicane, we don't get as much grip because of dirty air. So pretty much that's the reason why. And our ERS, it was 41% before the final chicane, and it's down to 26% now. So now this is the best move of the season, as we get DRS on Latifi. Schumacher gets DRS. They both fight for 17th place, but we sneak up on the inside. We did the switchback move. Pretty much the overtake of the season. I wasn't even expecting that switchback. I was really shocked when I got that switchback, so yeah, it is what it is. And now we are heading into the last lap of the race. We still have a lot of fuel to conserve, but I'm sure we are running out of track, running out of road to save fuel, as Verstappen wins the race for Red Bull. Red Bull has been very consistent lately, but obviously me as a Lewis and a Mercedes fan, I just hope that Max Verstappen will screw up in the final few races in Interlagos, Qatar, Jeddah, and in Abu Dhabi as well. Anyway, back to the topic. We don't have that much fuel now. We just have to keep pushing towards the end of the line. Latifi is still ahead of us. We use all the overtake mode. We are still fighting for position, but it's no use as the car runs out of fuel. We're now low fuel mode, so we're just gonna limp back home, and at this rate Mick Schumacher is gonna catch up to us as well. So we're gonna have to let our fellow German teammate go through and take 18th place. Our disasters at Haas just keep coming and coming and coming in waves, so at least we are in 19th place. And take a look at that, the car just sped up like as if it was nothing. It's so unrealistic, this game. And Haas is just intolerable at this stage, as Carlos Sainz gets driver of the day, but I'll see you probably like 3 to 5 minutes later.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
And now Verstappen wins the race, Bottas gets second, Hamilton gets third, and obviously we're in P19, Schumacher's in P18, and it's not looking good for the rivalry as well. Latifi is now ahead of us by 8 points, and we have to perform in Canada, France and Austria. But the thing is that Canada is one of my strengths, France is also one of my favorite tracks as well, so I'm gonna do well. As we get another upgrade for the ignition system for the power unit, as we are 3 days away from the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal. We get another upgrade, a major upgrade for the central under tray. And if you made it to the end of this video, if you don't know who I am, I'm the Fat Boy. If you like this, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you want, turn on notifications in order not to miss future uploads, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.